Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, you lovely folks joining me here nice and early over at Marvel Snap Zone. As always, hope everything is well with you, much like it is with me, and hopefully it remains in the world of Marvel Snap. We're back today for another daily deck feature, this time showing off something a bit more novel. I'm not entirely sure how good this one's going to be, but it should be a heck of a blast to play with, and hopefully a heck of a blast to watch as well. We're back today with another Pool 3 deck tech feature, this one firmly and deeply inside of Pool 3, submitted to us via Discord this time by user Davy Jones's Sandwich Bag. Now that's quite the username and definitely stood out to me while looking for deck lists this time round. This one is looking to annoy your opponent as much as humanly possible. The deck, simply called Rock, is here to generate as many rocks as it can, fill the opponent's board, fill the opponent's hand, fill the opponent's library with all these really annoying effects as much as we possibly can over and over and over and over again. If you're looking to get a deck list featured on this series here on YouTube, do me a favour, you can submit them on Twitter by tagging us at Marvel Snap Zone. Come and join us in the community Discord down below, you can grab a link down there as well. Alternatively, go and build your decks in the Marvel Snap Zone deck builder. I take a look through that pool of decks every day and try and pick out things that are unique and cool, so feel free to post them there as well. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to us over here on YouTube. We're really enjoying making this content for you so far, and hopefully you're enjoying it too. So if you want to see more tier lists, more deck highlights, and more of the kind of content we've been putting out for new players and regular players alike, make sure you turn on those notifications for us so that you don't miss out on anything going live. So let's take a real quick look at this one all together, kind of explain the thought process, and then see how we do on the ladder with this abomination. So, namesakes of the deck, I suppose, we're looking at rocks. This deck is full of Korg, which is going to shuffle rocks into our opponent's deck. It's full of Rock Slide, which is a bigger Korg and is going to shuffle even more rocks into our opponent's deck. And of course, we've got Debris here as well, which is going to fill locations with rocks. Now, what are we looking to do with all of those rocks? Well, we've got a few things we can do. We can Hazmat to make our opponent's board full of very, very small rocks that don't achieve anything. We can Beast to pick all those enablers up and make more rocks. You're starting to see where this is going. We can Viper to donate rocks that we got from Debris over to our opponents so they have even more rocks. This deck is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not this can steal wins or not. Other cards that we've got in this shell that play kind of well together for the most part. Black Widow doesn't quite make a rock, but it might as well make a rock. Widow's Bite just once again taking up even more space on the opponent's board, stopping them from being able to play the game that they want to play. The Hood here, really solid, truth be told. It plays very well with some of the other cards in the deck, like Beast and Wong, in making multiple demons, and it's also a fantastic card to donate to your opponent with Viper. Viper here going to be very solid for donating the Hood, also not terrible at donating small things we don't need like Iceman, but most of all, donating rocks with that lovely Debris. Making you a rock means you can flip them over to your opponent as well to give them even more rocks. The rest of this deck here, Wong definitely here as an enabler to create more rocks. It feels like I'm saying the same thing over and over at this point, but this also plays very, very well with a few other toys in the deck. Great with the Hood, great with Iceman, pretty good with Black Widow and Hazmat to have those powerful final turns, and actually pretty good with the top end in this deck as well. Spider-Woman, another powerful on reveal, plays well with Wong, are designed to make those rocks even smaller and make the opponent's board full of stuff just very, very small and not contribute any stats whatsoever. Last but not least, we've got Doctor Doom as another powerful on-reveal top end to maximize us being a Wong deck, trying to give us some power to play to the board after we're done filling our opponents with junk. So this one, all the rocks. Let us hop on over to the Marvel Snap ladder and see if we can win games with some rocks. Oh, my camera is gone walkies. Let me fix that. The joys of technology, folks. Really easy fix for the most part, thankfully. Okay, well, this is a pretty good start. How about we create 2 demons and then give the Hood over to our opponent in Carmitage. The Beast is getting iced, as is one of these demons. This is other cards, so this can't trigger twice, which is great. So we are just going to Viper, send this Hood over to the opponent. They're filling up Carmitage as well, so armor's going to stop them being able to kill the Hood. Goodbye. Over into the Abyss you go. Gamma Lab. Okay. Well, this seems like a pretty good Gamma Lab turn, so let's go Hazmat Iceman. Spin, like, lock our opponent's hand with some extra taxes, shrink all of these that are stuck inside Carmitage, and hopefully make 2 Hulks in the process. Opponent will Killmonger, which is actually really quite annoying here, as we only get 1 Hulk now, unfortunately, but we do still shrink our opponent's Stoof. And thankfully the Killmonger not stabbing our demons, which is definitely a perk. Opponent's done. Opponent wants none of this. Okay, well, that was an interesting start. Didn't really get to demonstrate all of what we were about too much, but you could definitely see some of the frustration kicking in. Let's take another one, see if we can generate some more rocks. I really would like to draw debris in a game or two here to kind of screw around with that, what that feels like. Didn't really get the chance to rock slide last time. Okay, turn 7 might let us get really fruity with some rock generators and like Beast and Wong. So let's see what the stick is here. This deck is interesting. Okay, so we have Viper. I think we wait on Viper until we have a rock to chuck over with debris. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's hold fire for a second. Opponent with the Okoye, going to juice up some stuff in their deck, make it a little wee bit bigger. Okay, well, we don't have to play debris, apparently. Sakaar going to drag it into play, flip stuff all over the place, which means I would like to give my opponent a rock, please. Try and fill up Limbo a little bit with some rocky goodness. Opponent with the Angela, yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't want more rocks next to Angela. That's probably not what they were hoping for. But over they go. No dice for you. Okay, so how do we best do this? Part of me wants to, like, Black Widow, Iceman. But I could also Black Widow Beast and just pick up Viper and Black Widow. That seems really good. Let's do that. And then I can send another rock out of the way. Okay. I'm starting to get this now. This definitely seems a little suspect into like Blue Marvels and Khazars and stuff, but this is kind of sweet. Definitely a bit different. So, Viper and Black Widow back. Opponent makes Mr. Sinister into the Danger Room. Survives as well, which is very impressive. So I think we go Wong on the right here with the intention of playing Doctor Doom next turn. So the question is, do I risk Vipering the rock over and my opponent filling this and it not working? Or do I just Black Widow and stop them drawing cards? Because I can only do one. I think the Viper is better. But I know they have a they have a Widow's Bite already. And I know that. So I don't think we Viper. I think we just Black Widow into Limbo, make sure it survives, and make sure they don't draw any more cards. Okay, so they have Sarah 2 spots remaining. If I knew they were playing Sarah, I definitely wish I'd Vipered this rock over and filled yet another zone. But another Widow's Bite in their hand is missed. They got more and more. Oh my god. Oh, I think I'm snapping. No! This one is cool. Opponent's board full of junk. And it's correctly running away. I mean, I can't blame them. But they obviously weren't aware their board was about to get massively hazmated by a Wong either. Game number 3 with this one. This deck has been very different and also very fun. I might play a little bit more of this one off video myself. Maybe you want something like Blue Marvel yourself in a show like this, I'm not sure, but this has been unique so far. So no turn 1 play for us. Not surprising, we only really have a small handful of them to go alongside Beast. We do find one on turn 2, which is not quite on time. Okay, so we're not going to wait for Wong to Black Widow here. I think we just fire off into a location. I want it to be safe. and I want it to reveal now, so it's going in Hellfire Club, I think. Opponent can have a Widow's Bite. The Bifrost, okay. Kind of a shame here to not have any reasonable turn 3 play, but that's fine. I guess I want to play into the same place. Well, I would want to play into the same place for Beast. So I can't go into the Hellfire Club, but I can play these both over here in order to mean that Black Widow gets pulled over by the Bifrost, and if I draw Beast, I can pick them all back up. So that seems good. We'll do that. Lady Sif is going to discard the Infinite. Okay, that's a bit dangerous. I imagine this is the Widow's Bite over in Dark Dimension. Shouldn't really be anything else. Hazmat's an interesting draw. So I think I just have to Wong into the Dark Dimension and maybe stack up some kind of endgame punch here. I don't think we have too much else going on. We do draw the Dock. Unfortunately, we're a bit full on the right to really make the most of him. So I think we intend on going Rock Slide Demon with the intention of playing Dock on the left on the final turn of the game. Opponent will wave, sure. So we know we aren't winning. Okay, so if we know we aren't winning right, regardless, maybe Spider-Woman is better? I guess we need to guarantee that we win mid. And this is still 5, 6, 7. I think this is best. I'm not going to snap because I imagine there's a good chance there's like a Hela coming. Or a Ghost Rider or something for the Infinite. I don't think I'm that confident, but I'm willing to stay. Opponent will Jubilee on the right. That doesn't matter. That's okay. We accepted we were losing there anyway. Shang-Chi, Widow's Bite, Ghost Rider. Yeah, okay. So, okay. Sadly, the Ghost Rider going to land somewhere that it takes it away from us, as we do not have 23 stats on the side here. Not ideal. Okay, so 2-1 with this one. I'm actually going to take one more game just because we had 2 retreats with this, so I've still got a bit of video length to play with. Because this has been very sweet, but the 2 games that we won, very much our opponent ran like hell. So, going to try and take one more while the video length isn't too egregiously long and see if we can't do something cool with Debris, which is something that we haven't found just yet. But we have found it in our opening hand this game, so fingers crossed. To be fair, Debris wasn't terrible in the mid-game when we were donating rocks with Viper. That was pretty sweet. So, don't want to play into Murder World, just going to play Iceman mid here. Would like to draw our Beast, I think, to pick these back up. OP in the tank here, maybe. No turn, 1 play is fine by me. Ice will ice up their hand. Shuri's Lab, okay. Wish we hadn't played here now, but obviously we didn't know that. Okay. So I want to keep the right... I guess I can keep Murder World clear for Wong now? Yeah, sure. So the only punish for this is if I draw Beasts and I can't pick these both back up at the same time, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Widow's Bite over to the opponent. They play a Psylocke. This is a very nice Psylocke. Look at that. Lovely artwork. Oh, Space Throne sucks so bad. However, we can guarantee a win on it, right? We debris and we get to lock into the Space Throne. Okay. Opponent will miss the negative over into Murder World. Makes sense. Okay, they want all that to be dead. That's fine. So they have negatived on 3, which is really strong, but we have got the Space Throne on lock currently. Okay, so I think there's a good chance I'm actually just going to Rock Slide here. Because I want my opponent to brick on rocks as opposed to drawing... Okay, so the plan here is going to be, what? Rock Slide into Wong Hood into Doom. So where am I putting stuff? In which case, this should all be on the left. Rock Slide. But then I can't fit demons in any way. So I guess I Rock Slide mid. I think I'm Rock Sliding here instead of Wonging, because I want to brick my opponent's draw steps as quickly as possible, because they're a Mr. Negative deck now. I want them to have rocks in their deck, so we're gonna do that. White Tiger's a little annoying. In fact, very annoying. Jesus. Oh, don't hit the rock! Oh, we are probably stone-boned here. Well, I'm gonna desperately try and brick up their draw step. Am I? Maybe I need these two demons to win, because Doom is not going to be good enough. I think I'm in trouble regardless, honestly, but this seems like a more likely way to win. Ooh, okay, opponent's got plenty of power and Chuck in Shuri's lap here. 34 is going to be a little hard. I can add 12, but that's not going to be enough. That might be enough. But we still don't win 2 lanes here, do we? Such a shame. Yeah, so we can Spider-Woman mid here to win this location, but we can never win Murder World, and sadly this rock has been pumped by the Ironheart, so it's bigger than our Black Widow. So I'm just going to retreat here, as we can never ever win 2 locations. An interesting one for sure. I feel like there's definitely room for refinement with this deck if you're looking to improve it. Plenty of toys you could try out, because this is definitely leaning like super hard into the idea of just spamming as many rocks as possible. But honestly, that was pretty sweet. As I say, maybe some things like Blue Marvel play better with you filling your own zones with rock with debris. Maybe you could play a card like Falcon in this list to help pick up these 1-drops a little more consistently. Maybe you just want like a better 5-drop, like, I don't know, maybe Black Panther or something to play alongside Wong instead of this Spider-Woman who's kind of like reliant on you already having done the thing your deck is supposed to do. Definitely some places to explore with this deck, but it was very fun. Some very unique strategies, and honestly, spamming rocks to your opponent is just funny. That Hazmat was going to be brutal in the second game there. So if you've got the cards available for this one, it is definitely a bit deep into pool 3, but give it a shake. It is plenty of fun, and definitely worth maybe refining in the future yourself. So thank you for it being submitted. I really appreciate it. One final time, folks, if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. It'd be great to see you for more of this in the future. Very much appreciative of the support so far. But until next time, I have been HowlingMines, you have been amazing, and this has been Marvel Snap Zone. Take care. Have a good one.